Hi, hello, good day to you. Gee, I did see you coming. I was kind of reading on the lesson or the topic we're having today. Anyway, you got your good buddy Nick Prill of Mint English right here, and it's time for another session in the world of English grammar. That's right, today's session, by the way, wouldn't be that lengthy. In fact, it would be rather short today. Today we're going to start talking about the future tense, the third major tense in English grammar. I'm sure you now remember or recall that we've been talking about tenses for the past sessions. In fact, we're done with the present tenses and the past tenses. The subtenses in the present tense, simple present, present progressive, present perfect, and present perfect progressive. The subtenses in the past tense, the simple past tense, the past progressive tense, the past perfect tense, and the past perfect progressive tense. Today, we're going to start talking about the future tense. By the way, what do we refer to when we say tense in English? In case you've forgotten, tense simply refers to the relationship between time and action. And so now let's start with the simple future tense. Whenever you hear the word future, you or me or whoever uttered the word future refers to any time after now. 1 second from now, 1 hour from now, a day from now, a week from now. Any time after the present is the future. Now, bringing it back to grammar, we have what we call the simple future tense. The simple future tense is a sentence in English that is used to refer to actions which are expected to happen after the present time. Actions which we anticipate or we expect to happen after now. Anytime after now. So actions that will happen after now would be the future. And in complete sentences, when we express these actions, which we expect to happen, we are using the simple future tense. The simple future tense, ladies and gentlemen, makes use of helping or auxiliary verbs. Most common would be will, shall, and I'm going to. These are the most common. All right? Will, spelled as W-I-L-L. Shall, S-H-A-L-L. Now let's have some examples. I will go to school tomorrow. What is the action? The action is go to school. When? Tomorrow. Tomorrow is after now. That means we are referring to the future. And that was one very simple example of the future tense. You will stay with your brother later. Now sometimes when kids ask their moms or their dads, can I go out this afternoon? I have a date. But mom or dad would say, no, you will stay with your little brother later. Will stay. So again, it's a sentence in the simple future tense. She will go to work tonight. She will go to work tonight. He will play soccer on Saturday. See, will plus the main verb refers to the future tense. They will go to the beach this weekend. Will go. That means it's an action that will still happen, and so we are referring to the future. It is a complete sentence. They will go to the beach this weekend. It is a sentence in the simple future tense. Let's try shall. I shall visit you on Sunday. There. I shall be with you later. We shall go for a picnic on Saturday. And so forth. Just like the way we use will, we use shall, and we refer to an action expected to happen in the future, and so we are making use of the simple future tense. I am going to travel to Florida this summer. Summer is not yet here. Summer is approaching. Summer is a few months from now. And so I would use I'm going to, and I'm referring to the future. I'm referring to the action of going or traveling to Florida this summer. Then I am using the simple future tense. I am going to travel to Florida this summer. I am going to visit my grandmother on Sunday. I am going to take a rest. Later, of course, anytime after now. So, please remember, the simple future tense is a sentence in English that is used to express or refer to actions which are expected to happen anytime in the future or anytime after now. Normally, the simple future tense makes use of the helping verbs will, shall, and the phrase, I'm going to. Sometimes, in order for us to talk about future actions or events, we actually could use the present or present progressive tense. However, we would have to understand what we are trying to say or what is trying to be said to us. I travel to New York tonight. I could say I will travel to I will travel to New York tonight. So automatically, with the use of the helping verb will, we are referring to the future. I could also say, in a shorter way, especially in conversational English, I travel to New York tonight. It is in the simple present tense, but actually it is referring to an action expected to happen in the future, and so it is also in the future tense. The simple present tense is actually its form or structure, but its purpose or its use, the way I said it earlier, is very similar or actually the same as the simple future tense. I travel to New York tonight. I travel to New York tonight. See? However, please take note. We normally use such sentences only in conversational English. The bus leaves at 7 a.m. tomorrow. It is in the simple present tense. The bus leaves at 7 a.m. tomorrow. But you see, it is functioning as a sentence in the simple future tense. Why? Let's look at it closer. The bus leaves. What is the action? The action is leaves. When will the bus leave? Tomorrow. Not now. Not yesterday. Tomorrow. And so, that is a perfect example of a sentence in the simple present tense used as a sentence to refer to an action expected to happen in the future. However, strictly speaking, structurally speaking, this simple future tense makes use of the helping verbs will, shall, and I'm going to. Remember that. I just made sure that everybody here understands that we may use the simple present tense to express an action expected to happen in the future. We plan to go to Korea next week. See, the action is planning. It's planning now. But the action is expected to happen next week. So we plan to go to Korea next week. Now, I said earlier we could also make use of the simple, or shall we say the present progressive tense, to refer to an action which is expected to happen sometime in the future. I am traveling to New York tonight. I am traveling to New York tonight. Anna is getting married on May 15. My mother is going to buy a new house. You see? So we may also make use of such sentences to refer to an action happening in the future. Now please remember, the best way to understand or to know on whether the sentence was used in its future form or present form is to be able to understand the message. So, how do we do that? We increase our vocabulary and we practice. That's all for today, folks. Please practice the simple future tense. Before we part ways, remember, the simple future tense is a sentence in English used to express or to refer to an action which is expected to happen anytime after now. There are also times when we may use the simple present tense or the present progressive tense to refer to the future. More often than not, we also make use of time words to help indicate the time. Time words such as tomorrow, next week, on Sunday, next year, later, tonight, and so forth. That's all for today. Have a nice day.